When you are looking for advice to conquer the SoCo housing market, there is only one person to trust. Marquesa Hobbs at the Platinum Group knows the ins and outs. She's the top realtor and lifestyle expert. She joins us now with a snapshot of what home buyers and sellers can expect right now. Always good to see your smiling face on the couch.
Great to see you, Justin.
We love your expertise. All right, let's start with how would you assess the housing market right now towards the end of May as we head towards the summer months?
Absolutely. Well, we're almost through the first two quarters, and when people watch the national news, it can be very scary for them. But when we break it down to the market we're in a very different market, and a big part of that is we have such a heavy military population with Schriever, Fort Carson, the Air Force Academy, and we have a very high number of the defense and the high-tech companies coming here as well. So with that, our market tends to stay stronger than some of the markets maybe in the Sun Belt area, for sure. So that's really great for our market, and also inventory in our market is increasing as well. So those are some really good signals.
Yeah, I know you did a lot of research. Let's pull up our first graph here. So, so this is talking about housing market versus right now. We should have another graphic as well that should be popping up. There we go, right there. So what are you seeing when you look at this landscape?
Well, some things to know that 15 states are back above the 2019 inventory levels. So that means we're coming into a more balanced market. It means that buyers have more options to buy a home, but it also means that those sellers really need to dial in and have realistic expectations so that reality and expectations are the same.
What about mortgage rates? Everyone wants to see them drop to the pandemic levels, but what are you seeing right now in the middle of 2026?
Well, interest rates, people ask about that 3%, and what I let people know is we are not going to be in that pandemic era probably for our lifetimes, so waiting can actually cost you more. What most experts say right now is that for the rest of 2026 and moving into 2027, expect the low to the mid sixes. So of course this will vacillate a little bit depending on what's going on in the world and in our country. We're in a very unusual time right now, but right around 6%. I also like to remind people that we are above where we were a year ago, which was 7%. So what that means is the average person right now for an average home is going to pay about $200 less in their mortgage payment.
What about inventory? I know you had alluded to it a little earlier in the interview, but what does this mean for sellers?
So what it means for sellers, again, people are moving. Just in the last week, I've gotten 2 sellers and 2 buyers under contract. Moves are happening. But what it does mean for sellers is you need to understand the market and be very realistic in your expectations. And how you do that, remembering price, condition, and location are important, and you have to have precision pricing. So when you overprice and your home sits on the market, it loses its luster and your offers are just not as strong.
Looks like a good slope right there if I go back to my middle school math, right? You like that? You like that gradual incline?
So our inventory is above what it was in 2019. So again, we're coming out to that more balanced market, which is more sustainable and helps both buyers and sellers.
Do you need to be a teacher? Like, you should be teaching real estate.
Well,
like,
thank
I've
you.
already learned a lot in a couple minutes
here.
here.
I love staying on top of the market. It's important.
What about foreclosures? Got to talk about that.
Absolutely.
Haven't mentioned the F word yet.
Yes.
Foreclosures. Yeah.
So foreclosures, people hear foreclosures are on the rise. That is true, but you have to put it into context, because if you look at 2008, which was a big financial crisis, we had 9 million foreclosures in the country.
Oh.
Last year, 2025, there were only about 350,000 across the country. So that's a big difference. And this year we're doing about 100,000 per quarter. So again, not signifying that we're in any type of big situation like we were in 08. And also remembering a lot of these they're just the notices, they don't actually turn into a foreclosure.
You mentioned the military community. You know, we just had Memorial Day. It was, such a, those are the real heroes. The people that fought on the front line. So you could do what you love, I could do what I love.
Yes.
How does that shape the market here?
Well, we are very fortunate and blessed to have such a very strong military presence here. And of course, that helps to give us that robust market. Again, they're always coming and going here. In fact, a lot of people who served at some point in their military career choose to come back here to retire. What's nice about this group is they often do have to move. So they're not sitting on the fence waiting for interest rates to drop or a perfect situation, because they know they need to buy and sell.
Big picture. Learned a lot today. I mean, my notebook is full. Well, how would you size up this conversation? What's the biggest takeaway for somebody watching at home?
Absolutely. So I'm cautiously optimistic. Again, we live in a very unique bubble here. We really, really do, with our large military presence and so many other things. Interest rates going to stay right around 6%. Home inventory is good, but you want to make sure you're educated. So super important to talk to agents and a great lender who can provide you good data, especially if you're thinking of selling your home. Like in this graph right here, I talk about how 80% of sellers think they're going to get their asking price, but only 40% do. So precision pricing, really, really critical right now, especially if you're serious about selling to your next move.
And it's all about fit. You know, you've got to do what's best for you, whether you want that island kitchen, that multi-car garage, school system, you want to be on the west side near the mountains, right? How much is fit important?
Well, that's critical.
Yeah.
The more clarity is kind. The more clear you are on your wants and your needs, your have-to-haves, your negotiables and your not, the more likely an agent is to help you get that at that price that feels good to you.
I'm going to break my lease after the show. You and I got to go house hunting.
Good. Let's do it.
I need you're my wing girl. You're my bestie.
Thank
I got to go house hunting. That was a
honor.
lot of great info. So I think
you.
our fans learned a lot today. Really do appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more from Marquesa, call or visit the website on your screen. This segment has been sponsored by Marquesa Hobbs at the Platinum Group. Only the best.